Welcome, friends, to the Anita and Dario Show, where we eat, work, and play the Mediterranean way.
Hi there, I'm Chef Dario Tomaselli, an Italian-born chef, trained in Italy and all over the world.
My name is Anita Heidema, and I'm the home cook. I wear the home cook hat that showcases some of the recipes with a little bit of a carb-less twist to it.
Well, she keeps me honest.
But you know what? He keeps me fed.
Let's cook, laugh, and play the Mediterranean way.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. So today we're going to talk about risotto and kind of our sort of twist on what risotto would be.
A romantic twist.
Yeah, we've got a few things that we wanted to talk
Yes.
about. And I think first is kind of your history about risotto, maybe my history around risotto. What is the carbish lesser way to make risotto? And it's still delicious, we've done it.
There's no carbish way.
There is.
You have risotto. No, there is definitely a way. But I go back to my memory. I mean, the memory for me was my grandmother. I always say that my grandmother was who actually inspired me to actually get into this business and cooking and understand flavor. And I can still smell it, you know, those flavor of the rice and the broth that it was cooking on. And right now we're trying to kind of change things, but the traditional way, you know, she would make this broth made of chicken or even with bone marrow, which is actually right now we use it, you know, bone broth, we call it. That was something that we would use all the time. She would go to the butcher and make sure to get bone marrow and create a perfect bone marrow broth to make a risotto. And one of my favorite things was a simple risotto, white, with Parmesan.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, I got water in my mouth.
I know. You do that. When you start talking about food, you start salivating. And it's funny because coming from North America, risotto was different. I recall, don't you roll your eyes at me.
It's almost afraid when she talks like that.
So I always thought it was just rice, which we know now it's a different kind of rice and is prepared very differently. But I remember going to a butcher once and...
A butcher?
Yeah. And he had one of those packages on the side, and it was, I don't know what you call it. It was sort of like a shrink wrap type of a risotto package, and it was made and moist inside. And so what you would do is you would cut up the top, and then you'd put it in the frying pan, and you'd heat it up. And so I remember having it and thinking, well, this is just rice. But then years later, getting to meet Dario with my second chance, I got to realize what true risotto is. I remember the first meal that you cooked for me. It was a mushroom risotto.